Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now guys, as usual, let's take a look at the gold market. So gold market right now behaves a bit different compared to Forex market in reaction on the same events, political events in the world. Although they both stand in relation to the United States dollar, I mean the foreign currencies and the gold market, but the action stands not due to the changing the value of the dollar itself, but mostly in the changing of the other currencies, particularly speaking the euro. Because yesterday, what has happened really? Yesterday, the event has been announced that Marine Le Pen is taking the lead in the overall election, in election journey. So that was negative impact on the euro currency, and it has dropped significantly. But the turmoil in the European Union around elections, this is a supportive factor for the gold market. That's why the gold market behaves more than even optimistic. So it shows really very defensive, and as you can see, no drop actually has happened. As the turmoil around the elections in the European Union is growing, that is, the gold market starts to feel itself better. That's why on the daily chart we have the positive view on the gold market. Right now you could see that market is forming something that looks like the pennant pattern. So pennant usually is the continuation pattern, and it means that the market really could show the upward continuation very soon. Also guys, this is from the classical point of view. From the Judnapoli point of view, this is market is building the bullish dynamic pressure because trend has shifted bullish, but price action is not. So you can see market is still calling below this resistance, below this target that has been achieved. And take a look, market is forming high lows while trend stands bearish. That indication of the bullish dynamic pressure, and means that these tops should be taken out very soon, maybe even on the current week. That's why we think that current week market could at least reach our next destination point at 12.55. This minimum destination point that could be reached on the current week. Since this level stands very close to daily average, but hardly market will continue action immediately above it. But some spike here and testing of 12.55 is very probable in the current week. On the intraday chart, guys, what we have on the 4-hour time frame chart, we just should keep an eye on this bearish grabber that suggests the taking out of these lows on the 4-hour time frame chart. But based on the action that I see on the hourly chart, it seems that this pattern has significant chance to fail. By many reasons. First of all, take a look from the perspective of the weekly pivot point. Market has moved above it, retested the weekly pivot point, and returned right back up. This indicates the positive bullish sentiment on the market. Second, on the hourly chart, we have multiple bullish patterns that are forming right now. This is our major butterfly that should let market to reach the 12.55 area on the daily chart. But also, guys, take a look. We have a nice example of the Gartner's 222 buy inside the butterfly. So we have thrust up, ABC retracement creates an agreement with the 12 to 6 major support. This market has achieved the area that we have discussed yesterday. That was very nice. So you can see very fast upward bounce out from there. That is bullish ABC, a bullish 222 buy pattern inside of the butterfly. If even market will complete the minimal extension of this A, B, C bottom D pattern, market should return back to the 12.45 area. But that, as I said, will be probably the breakout in this case. Also, guys, here you could recognize it's forming this reverse head and shoulders pattern. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder is forming right now. So market should reestablish the upward action somewhere from this area. This pattern also has approximately the same destination point. So based on this pattern, even slightly higher. So you can see that based on this, special market should take it out of this stock. And in general, if you'll take a look at the price behavior, so just compare the downward action and upward action. Upward action is very fast, so fast acceleration here, here. Downward action is rather gradual. Here, guys, also returning back to this grabber pattern. Take a look what's really going on here. Just minor A, B, C, D retracement. The same minor regardless triple two buys for me. That's why right on the slope of the right shoulder. This is a very good sign for the hand shoulders itself, because this is bullish reversal pattern that takes the second part of the hand shoulders pattern. That's why we think that this grabber hardly will work, and we should be ready for upward continuation on the current week and today on the gold market. So that's our view right now on the gold.